Hello and welcome to this video. I'm so excited about this video. I really wanted to do a video on this subject because I watched this film over the weekend, Morbius, and I've wanted to see this for so long. I wanted to see this at the cinema, but I never get round to it. And I got it and watched it and I was just blown away because there were so many Archangel signs in this for me. And if you're an angel fan, if you love angels, if you connect with angels, if you really feel the power of heaven around you, then I feel that you may enjoy this film. And a bit of insight into what this film is about. It's about a doctor who, he's severely crippled and he's got kind of like this blood disorder, and he invents or creates artificial blood to sustain, life. And he ends up creating this formula, a bit like Jekyll and Hyde does, to become healthy again and strong again. But this formula is connected with bat DNA. So he becomes, in a way, half bat and half man. So he's not like a Batman, he's like a vampire. So he has to consume human blood to survive. But he doesn't want to do that because he's God. So he uses artificial blood to sustain him. And he's got his brother, who's like his best friend. His best friend, he sees him as a brother, who also has the same kind of, struggle, the same problem in his physical self. And he ends up kind of stealing some of the formula, and he takes that and he becomes a baddie. So you've got Morbius as the goodie, and you've got his friend who's like his brother as the baddie. Now, I just found it fascinating because it's an amazing film. It's Marvel, so, it's about superheroes and it's really exciting. But it's got this underlying tone behind it that I found fascinating because I just love all these things. And if you're a fan of Supernatural, the show, or Buffy and Angel or anything like that, you'll really love this because I really connected with the Archangel rivalry through Morbius and his friend, because it's so slight. If you didn't know about angels, you probably wouldn't even realise it. But Morbius is really the symbol of Archangel Michael, and his friend is really a symbol of Lucifer. It's so powerful. So when it starts, it kind of does this flashback of, like a little Morbius Michael and his friend who's called Lucian, but he nicknames him Milo. So throughout the film, he's not referred to as Lucian, he's referred to as Milo. So he's got a nickname. A lot like how Lucifer has got the nickname the devil. And he becomes this kind of evil guy, but he's got suits on and he's very vain, and just the way that Lucifer was. That's why he got kicked out of heaven, because he was very vain. He was a vain archangel, and he was kind of struck down to heaven. He was a fall. He fell because of the way he was, and his thoughts and his emotions. And God knew that it didn't serve him. It wasn't why he was created. It wasn't why he was born. So he fell. So Milo in Morbius the film, you can just see there is this embodiment of Lucifer. The suits he wears, the way he carries himself, he's got this very cocky energy around him, and he's in his ego. And then you've got Morbius, who's this strong character, this powerful force of good, just like Archangel Michael. And it just amazed me all the way through that I was watching this battle between good and evil with, what in my opinion is Lucifer and Michael. And even to the extent where the doctor guy who kind of brought them up and looked after them, he was called Nicholas. And, you could say Nicholas is like Saint Nick, Santa Claus, connected with the creator and all these things. There's also symbology there. But there's a part in it where Milo, Lucian, was talking to him and said, oh, Michael was always the favourite son, and I was never good enough. And exactly what Lucifer said to God, or the way Lucifer sees that he isn't good enough. He isn't God's favourite, because he always thought that Michael was his favourite son. Very powerful energy. Well, not a son, but, creation. So just very powerful. So I just really wanted to do a video on it. You might think, what has this video got to do with angels or got to do with guided by angels? But I love all these things. And you guys know, I'm really into kind of all the, the supernaturally stuff. And that's why I love using the supernatural tarot. And in the show Supernatural, you've got Archangel Michael and you've got Lucifer in there as well. So it's just really powerful. So let me know in the comments section if you've watched Morbius and if you picked up on these things. And if you also felt the same. And, if you just don't care, it's just a really good film to watch and get involved with. So one of my favourites, this is going in the drawer with, to watch. I'm definitely going to be watching this around Halloween as well. It's really, really good. So yeah, interesting. Archangel rivalry in Morbius. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.